Alrighty. Let's see if I got this today. Hi, or top of the hour, as I like to say. I go by the name of Hamilton, or Yungiiie, for those that have been streaming and following up with me since 2019. I'm a hip hop rap artist from South Africa, 25 of age, and yeah, I've just been rapping, since the early 2020s, and you know, now actually. My recent release, um, Pretty Boy Needs Love Side A. Side B is on its way. We like just a few days away as of now. And yeah, guys, I'm all around art if we're talking what I'm based on, or what do I create on a daily basis, or what drives me into becoming, Yungiiie. But yeah, the initial creation of this character, I could say, was something, as it wasn't something I planned to create. I already had a whole different, idea back in 2022 about what I was planning to do next. But, you know, things change as time passes. And yeah, I could say 2022 was very, pivotal in terms of the creation of Pretty Boy, as that was the year when I made, Revenge Volume 2, a very successful mixtape, followed by Welcome to Drill City, collab EP that me and OTs had created. Um, Pretty Boy is basically the softer side of me, the more vulnerable, more, explosive, more expressive side of Yungiiie, as Revenge was more, rage, talking a whole lot of shit, no matter who the heck wanted to listen. But Pretty Boy is more in tune with, who listens to it, as the story is more expressive. I tell more than what I should, but in the end, it's like, hey, it's a project that helps express what I'm going through, what I'm feeling, especially for the past 3, 4 years. With that being said, 2023 then was my, I'd say, calm years, because I was working at the deli at Santon. Big thanks to them who have been, mentoring and making sure that I've become the person who I am right now. 2023 was pivotal to that as well, as I tried, actually. I mean, before the whole idea of Pretty Boy came up, I was thinking of creating a mixtape titled Heartbreaks and Mixtapes, which was going to be a follow up to what I was feeling while creating Revenge, or what I was going through while creating Revenge. But, you know, things obviously happen. Life obviously would have its changes and its reasons. And, Heartbreaks and Mixtapes, I could say, was scrapped, but I can remember back in 2023, it was in August. Gado, I'll put his initials or his handles, everything up here. Gado had told me that, Exe, you gotta create something new, or you gotta create something that is just not like, Revenge, as people are used to that, or people know you from that. And I had thought, okay, cool, why not? Why don't I challenge myself into creating something like this? Or why don't I make something that is emotionally provoking? And I could say my cousin Mercy as well, she came up with also a food for thought on this, and it was something. I'm not gonna lie. I was going through, a mental conflict on how can I create such a project, or how can I make something that relates to, Red Hood, or Goku, Red Revenge Volume 2 and Revenge, or the Welcome to Drill City persona. What can I make that would bind that? And funny, I didn't really want to make something that would bind into that. I wanted to make something that was just separate, someone or something that was just completely different from the first characters that I've made that portrayed Yungiiie. But yeah, this was an experiment. This was emotional. This was not easy. I'm not gonna lie to you. This was a very big challenge for me to make. So, 2023, I could say was the start date on when I started making Pretty Boy. And 2024, I would say was the year when I decided I wanted to release him, or when I say, okay, let's create this project and release it and give it to the world. There were complications, most def. There were problems, even then. I had to work around it. I had to, you know, find maneuvers, find ways to just jump, from one mistake to another. And it took time, a whole lot of trials and tribulations. Uh, just to give you all a little insight on it, I was distributing with Ditto for the past 4 years, or I'd say three, because that's when I started parting with them, from 2020 till 2023. And from 2024, that's when things had its rockiness. I wasn't distributing well, or they were not really helping me with in terms of, supports. There was a whole lot that was happening on that other side. But big shout out to them. They helped create the the stepping stones, or the first few things you guys know about revenge. Didzo has a part to play with that too. So enough said. I decided, cool, I gotta jump ship or find something else that is at least gonna help me with the vision or the idea I'm thinking of making. Because revenge is now on pause. Jewel City was going through a thing, and yeah, I was like, cool, I gotta make Pretty Boy, which it has to be a perfect drop. It has to be something that shouldn't be delayed or worked, way too much on. Because I already have something, which I'll announce later on now. And yeah, I could say push came to shove. October last year, I discovered and came across Rock Nation Distribution. Obviously, did my thing in terms of signing up and all of that, and I got the green light. I worked with them as well, and that's how the single Pretty Boy came out. September 24. It did damage. A lot of people love it. The reception was crazy, and it was the first sign that, okay, I gotta release this project. I gotta give you guys Pretty Boy, as this is someone who's insecure but wants to show love. So with that happening, cool. I was already on the thoughts or the assumptions of, okay, I'm gonna release this project. It's gonna be under Rock Nation. I'm gonna do a lot. I'm gonna push as from 2025 going forward. Um, Things happened, you know. Uh, Something I also forgot to add on. As I was working, or as I was distributing alongside Ditto, I also was working with CD Baby. So I had like two distributions, separating my releases. There was just a whole lot that was going on. I think that's what caused the whole crash course of my whole releases and stuff. I Time went. I've been trying to release Pretty Boy from October. Giving initial dates, thinking, okay, I'm gonna release it on this day. Things happen still. And, you know, as an artist, it's one thing to be resilient. It's another thing to, have that spirit of, okay, I'm not giving up, but, things just keep, things just keep, things are just being thrown at you, man. They just keep throwing it. And, life is just not being easy. But, hey, I was also being hard as fuck. So, yeah, 2025 opened. I obviously had to find, a quick distro to release Pretty Boy because I had a date already. I had something that I was planning on. And, push came to shoves. I did my thing. I released Pretty Boy, 14th of February. Yeah, there was complications, but I had made sure at least that y'all got the project, on the day. The rollout was at least, taken out, and the rest was history. I mean, March going down, I was just making sure that I had, gotten everyone on the same, conversation or the same boat of, okay, where are we when it comes to music? You know, with my side, where are we when it comes to promoting and everything? Hence, I haven't been releasing a whole lot of images or videos because I'd say last year and this year and the year before was a little slow in terms of me just thinking of my direction of creativity. But this year, I could say something came up, and that's why I made this video. I could say I could say now is a very good time to tell you guys about it because I've been working on it since 2023, you know, beginning of it, if not end of 2022. I've been working on this and it's like, cool. Even after Pretty Boy releases, will you guys think, okay, am I just releasing this and then it's gonna be off and on to the next? Nah, it's not really gonna be like that. You know, hence I wanted to tell you that I have an album, you know, a debut album or something that I feel like if I had to release this, especially given the promotion, the rollout, everything, if I give it out way too well, you know, this is actually one of that thing or one of them things that I've been working on that I could say, shit, I'm proud of this. Like I'm way more than not saying I wasn't proud of Revenge Volume 2 or the first or Drill City. I was proud of all of those. But this is like that very different, you know, work that I've just put so much in and I'm still putting a lot in. I mean, it's been scrapped. Or let me not say it's been scrapped. It's been reworked on 4 times. So this is like that one project where, yo guys, it's gone through trials and tribulations, a whole lot of mistakes and, you know, acknowledging that I've gone through with this. But in the end, I was like, cool. I think it's gonna be a good time for me to tell you guys about it, especially since I'll be releasing Pretty Boy Needs Love very soon. And yeah, you know, I'm like, cool. I'm 5 songs in. We're talking on it, guys. If I gotta be specific, I'm 5 songs in with this. I'm about to record the next 5 pretty soon. And I'm thinking, cool, let me just invite you into this world, you know, the world of acknowledgement, as it's not like Revenge, it's not like Pretty Boy, and it's not like Drill City. It's its own thing, you know, its own project with depth, with explanation, with a whole lot of Yungiiie that's just not expressing like that, you know. It's not making compilation music or a collection of sound. This is like a body of work that's just directing you to what had happened and what's made me. And it wasn't easy making this, you know, out of honesty. The 3 songs that are already released from this body of work is I Think I'm Bipolar, the interlude, No Religion, and My Sins. All 3 were released in sequence. January 1st, I Think I'm Bipolar, 2023. No Religion, 2nd of January, 2024. And My Sins, 3rd of January, 2025. All 3 singles, if you'd listen to them, you look at the cover art and maybe even, you know, just maybe hear the direction that I'm taking you in with this, you could tell that it's not influenced by Revenge or influenced by Drill City or influenced by Pretty Boy Needs Love. All those projects are its own thing, you know, its own, I call it world, you know, like how I'm also a fan of DC and Marvel, guys, so sorry if you're gonna hear a whole lot of that referencing here. But yeah, Pretty Boy, Drill City, and also Revenge are all its own thing. But something that interconnects with the album, Acknowledgement, I could say is the first release or the first project I'd made back in 2019. You know, self-recorded, self-produced, mastered, mixed, and done everything. I did all of that by myself, all through a phone. And this project is called God's Misfortunes. I'll put it on the link below on my yeah, I'll put it on the descriptions and everything, guys. At least so you can like listen to it. It's only on SoundCloud. Time goes by, I will master it and drop it everywhere. But that is something that will interlink or that will, you know, directly tell you that okay, we went from this chapter of Yungiie's life to this over here, and then this is obviously gonna throw you to another thing, which spoilers, I am already thinking on my second album. This is like at least the first body of work I'm thinking of giving you, which is perfect. It's gonna be less vulgar. There will be, but it'll be less compared to Revenge and Pretty Boy, and it's gonna be there. Like I'm gonna be talking about everything that had happened with me, my family, shit, everything. Like I'm gonna be expressing and exposing here. So yo, if you had messed with me, I'm turning into a song. So just to give you like at least a fine timeline of where are we or what are we doing or what's gonna be happening, because we're just a few days away. Also, yeah, I'm gonna say days, not months. We're like a few days away from Pretty Boy Needs Love Side B, and I seriously hope y'all guys heard Side A and you liked it and you're ready for Side B, as it's coming with a whole lot. The cover art I think should explain everything by itself. But yes, um, first release that I'd taken out, and I could call it the best body of work for me, but I'm obviously gonna rework on it. God's Misfortunes, the EP. Performed that at a church at Hillborough back in 2019 when I was still in high school. That was at least a signal to tell me that my guy, yes, you want to be a rapper or you want to be an artist or you want to be a creative. Here's at least the first go ahead. What's stopping you from here? Like I said, I made this off a phone, recorded, mixed and mastered, produced. I did all of that by myself, and I went along and performed this song at a church, or let's just say an event that was hosted at a church. Memory's a bit fuzzy, but something in between those lines. A year later, or 2 years later, Revenge Volume 2, or Revenge actually. A year after that, Revenge Volume 2. Same year, Welcome to Jail City. 2 years, I didn't drop a lot. 2023, 2024, I was quiet. And this year, I took out Pretty Boy Needs Love, Side A. And I'm about to release Side B. And just to give you at least the significance of my releases, I dropped Side A on Lover's Day, Valentine's Day, which I was addressing the lovers. I was giving a whole lot of everyone that was in a relationship or that was entangled or in a situationship. I was giving everyone that idea that, okay, I'm talking to you with this project. And with Side B, taking it out on, Heritage Month or Traditional Month. Initially, it was supposed to come out on, Women's Month. Me speaking to the women in general. But I took out a single, which I feel like it's doing something on its own. So with Heritage Month, it's gonna be a whole nother message, which I will be sure to give you a description on. So just to also cut everything short, not to make sure that I blab the whole day today. Yeah, Pretty Boys Needs Love Side B is coming to you very soon to a platform near you, music platform, and also YouTube as well. September 24th, we're a couple of days away. I'm also working on an album. For those that are still supporting, and I'm thankful for all of you that have been pushing and supporting me, guys. I mean, I'm on 500 monthly listeners, plus 500 monthly listeners on Spotify. Thank you. It's. I thought it was something that I did a minute ago or something that I did now, and I don't know, just kind of it catapulted. I love you all for that. Very soon, I'm gonna be creating a whole lot of merch for you. It's already something I'm planning on. It's gonna come out, I'm just not gonna announce it now because I feel like I'm spoiling. But there's a whole lot of merch I'm working on that is related to the whole Yungiiie brand. What's also something that I've done for you? The Pretty Boy book, or the Pretty Boy Needs Love book, Pretty and Unloved. Side A is out, Side B is going to be coming out, as I'm also concluding that very, very soon. And yeah, guys, I'm also thinking of creating a whole short film that's going to express Side B, or everything, Side A and B. So I'm grateful. I'm very happy to have all of you, listening and supporting and, just keeping me going, because I've obviously gone through the motions when it comes to creating music. It's not a very easy path. Um, you know, even right now, I'm currently still working for an online school, Ivor Global. Please go and look into them, guys. If you have a child and you are thinking of their education, that is a very, very, very good school. I'm telling you now. Um, yeah, work and music, all in all, is not something that can just be balanced that easy. But I'm more than grateful for all of you that's just been, supporting, giving me nothing but love, showing me that okay, don't give up because we're listening. But yeah, guys, Pretty Boy Needs Love, side B on its way. I love you, and let's get it.